Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today I just wanted to share with you how I actually shop. I'm sure some of you that have been watching these videos for a long time now will understand that I always talk about food initiatives, trying not to shop as much in supermarkets and places like that. Of course we still have to go there for some bits, but let me just show you today. I've been to two separate initiatives today. One's an initiative that stops food going into landfill, and some of the dates are just up to best before dates, but all the food's still viable, it's still okay to eat. And another is it's basically church funded, and all of those products are actually in date. Although both of the initiatives have fresh bread, fresh vegetables, and a lot of food that is totally fresh, that is the slight difference in the two initiatives. And I personally don't mind eating food that's past its best before date, as long as I smell it, look at it, taste it, and I'm quite happy with it. Me and my family are prepared to eat it, and we've never had any problems yet. And obviously the other one's all in date, so I still do exactly the same regardless of where I buy food. Look at it, smell it, taste it. It's the best way. So let me take you through what I've actually got today. So I've got plenty of bread. I've got 2 homemeal loaves, which will go in the freezer because I'm okay, I'm lucky at the moment. I've got some in the cupboard. Another one is a white soft bake. Plenty of, literally as soon as we got home from shopping, my husband and I had salad barm cakes. So we had 6 floury baps, and these are hot cross buns, which I'll enjoy toasted for a breakfast one morning. They don't just have to be eaten at Easter, obviously they're quite enjoyable any other time of the year. Got some nice tasty burger buns, buttery, rich ones. I mean, you'll look at the shop names on a lot of these, and the places like Waitrose, you know, it can be quite expensive when you go out shopping. So we've got some burger buns, some tea cakes, 2 sets of barm cakes there, as well as the ones we've just opened. So that's and also a Marks and Spencer's uncut home meal. And also some cauliflower pizza crusts. So we'll make a couple of pizzas on those, and they're made out of cauliflower. So we haven't actually purchased any of them before, so we're quite intrigued, so we thought we'd give them a whirl. 2 different types of potatoes. Yes, some of these have got sprouts on them. If we don't manage to eat them, they'll get planted out in the garden and we'll grow them, so nothing will be lost. A couple of small onions, a couple of nice peppers, a little bit of asparagus, which will be quite nice. We still have another piece of Stilton in the freezer, so the asparagus and the Stilton will be lovely together. Now bearing in mind the vegetables that I buy, I normally buy separate 5 separate individual vegetables, and I pay £1 overall. One of the initiatives that I went to today, we were allowed to take 2 lots, so therefore that's 10 amounts of vegetables. So I was able to get 2 peppers, 3 lettuce. We've already had a trimming off the top for lunch. That absolutely is gorgeous, you know, it's a great big amount. A cabbage, 2 cauliflowers, nice and clean inside, on top. Chinese salad leaves, which can either go with pork rice meal and we'll have them underneath, or we can use them again on sandwiches, etc. Managed to get some limes, shiitake mushrooms, oyster mushrooms even, thanks Mr. Wallflowers. two fabulous leeks that we can make a meal out of. Yes, this one looks a little bit battered, but once it's washed and trimmed down, I'm sure we'll have ample out of that. And this one, nice and clean, and we'll be happy with that one. Some beautiful baby carrots, which once roasted and done with a little bit of honey will be a nice little treat for us. And another large bag of crunchy sweet carrots. So overall, if you look at the amount of vegetables we've got here, it was £2 in one shop and £1 in another shop. I mean, here we have some beautiful tomatoes on the vine. You know, the quality is astounding. You know, it's absolutely beautiful food. If I was to go and buy these in the shops, I wouldn't be able to afford to purchase nearly half of these products. You know, I actually did a price for price, and I went through every item that we bought today. Now, one initiative we go to is called Fur Clemt, and it cost me, what did it cost me? It cost me £7.50 in Fur Clemt. Now, £3 of the cost in that shop today was for this really, really big tomato sauce. Now you can see 3 red stickers on, which indicates £3. So out of the £7.50, that was the biggest purchase overall today out of anything. Now that had cost you, let me see if I actually wrote the cost down for the ketchup. Cheapest price I found online for a ketchup that size was £10.84. Now I paid £3 for that, so there already is a saving of £7.84. Now I know, because I've bought them in the past, that literally refills my sauce bottle approximately 7 to 8 times. So, you know, we're talking 50, 60, 70 pence each time you'd buy a sauce bottle full. So the savings on it is astronomical, so that will last me quite a long time. And we're all stocked up, and the money hasn't gone to the supermarket on a weekly basis. Yeah, so I spent £7.50 of Fur Clemt today, and the total value of the goods I received was £47.74. Now, in that, as I say, there's all these beautiful fresh produce, Chinese leaves, beautiful cauliflowers, cabbage, lovely frites, quality carrots, asparagus, beautiful mushrooms, and the tomatoes on the vine, one of the leeks and the limes. I got 2 free tins of peas from the shop itself because the labels had fell off, so they were actually for free. What else was for free?
Dog biscuits.
The dog biscuits. Now, I don't actually have a dog, but a friend of mine collects them and gives them to her neighbour to save her some money so she can feed the dog. So to help them along, I actually took another bag, and they shall go to my friend's neighbour to feed her dog with. The second food initiative we went to is called The Edge. Again, it's in Wigan. And in that one, you pay a standard £4, and you take 7 products. So my products today, one was fabulous. It's actually cashew butter. So yeah, we've all had peanut butter, but I've never actually tasted cashew butter. Again, when I looked online, bear with me. That was the cheapest version I could see, was just under £3. Now, that cost me a seventh of £4. I haven't got my maths head on now to work that out, but that's how much that cost me. So my 7 items today for £4 was the cashew butter, the tomato soup, some baked beans with sausages in, 3 tins of spaghetti with sausages in, sun-dried tomato and garlic couscous.
Pasta.
Oh, the pasta. A large bag of Rotel Italian pasta, which again, something we haven't had before, so we'll try it. Some onion rings as a treat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was the 7 items. I purchased some beautiful, this one's lamb and mint press. Sometimes they have limoncello, sometimes they have different flavours. The whole bottle cost me 50p, which when my son comes, he'll absolutely devour that. He will love it and he'll thank me for it. He likes a tasty drink. Also, these brand named washing liquids, as you can see the stickers on them, were only £1. Now in the shops those liquids are at least £3.50 and more, so that would have cost me £7, which is a saving of £5 to me. So they'll be stocked up and wait till I need them, because again, luckily enough, I've got some for the meantime, so I'm okay. But I just wanted to share this spread with you. All in all, I got a sausage and bean pasty from my husband, some frozen mincemeat, some dumpling mixture for when we have a roast or a stew, when we put the dumplings on top. I don't think there's anything that I haven't pointed out individually, but if you can just pan through it all, Mr. Wallflowers, and just see all the good stuff that we've got here today. Absolutely amazing. So I've actually been shopping like this now for just a little under 2 years. As I say, I hardly ever go to the supermarkets. I still have a hankering for a good coffee, so my husband does go and get the good coffee for me and different bits and bobs. There are a number of reasons I use it, not just not to spend at the supermarket. Although some people say you're restricted on what you can buy, there are plenty of treat products to buy. There are, this isn't all that was available in either of the shops. There's plenty of choice. This today was just my choice. So I can sometimes go twice a week, and all these items that I've got here, I'll buy the opposite products next time. So I'd stock up more on the onions, stock up more on bell peppers, buy cucumbers, buy courgettes, breads. Generally we stick to the same types of things, but sometimes I'll pick up croissants, sometimes I'll pick up different things, and the bulk of the bread items are completely free every week. You can go twice a week and your bread will always be free in both shops. So I buy meat, I buy fish, I buy different items, and I just take it turnabout. But the good thing is when I go there, people used to say, make sure you've had something to eat before you go shopping, because you'll end up coming back with a load of crap, basically, all sweet things and that. Now I still do that because I learned that a long while ago. But you go in knowing you're paying either your initial £4 for your 7 products of this and your 4 products of that, and whatever it is. So as I say, in the Edge one, you buy 7 products off a shelf. They can be packets, tins, you name it. You get 5 portions of fruit and veg. You get one item out the freezer, inclusive in that £4. As I say, that was my sausage and bean pasty today. And this was a free item in the shop. So some hand wash, and I think I priced that for about £2.70 as well, which is crazy to think what it is. Going back to Fur Clemt, you get 5 items of fruit and veg for £1. The bread's always free, and then everything else out the freezers, off the shelves. They do like a sticker system, red sticker is £1, yellow sticker is 50p, and a green sticker is 25p. So you already are aware of your prices as you're walking around, and it's all pretty low and cheap, but you're not looking at this offer or looking at that offer. You're not drawn in to spend more money than what you normally had. You literally know what you want when you're going, and a lot of it is just food. It's not glamorized, it's not programming you to walk and to pick this offer of the day and things like that. One item I got last week was a large tin of baked beans, catering size. That's got one red sticker on, so that cost me £1. So, if you follow my Facebook page, which is Wallflowers UK too, you'll have seen me do this plenty of times, just restocking the beans. I'll just take a catering can, and I'll portion size it off into my reusable jars, and I'll generally get about 9 jars of beans, which equate to 9 tins of beans. I'll use them before I go and buy, and sometimes I'll have a can in reserve, and I'll do it that way. And the price of baked beans in the shops today is absolutely ridiculous, so yeah, that's how we do it. I'm just absolutely made up that these facilities are available. I see other people and they're quite embarrassed to say, I go to the food initiative, or I go to the cheap food places or wherever. I'm actually very, very proud that I do it. To say that I could buy all this for £14, what was the pence? Oh no, dot on £14 I spent. And overall, with the 2 lots, the shopping that I bought today has a value of £75.15 to the supermarkets, but I purchased it all for £14. So that's a £70.15 saving. That £70 I wouldn't have had in the first place to go out and buy all this goodness. But along with other things that I have in the freezer, some nice meat, some nice fish, this will all go a long, long way and will feed me and my husband really well, and we'll have some enjoyable meals coming from them. We won't go without, we'll be well stocked up and we'll be well fed, for £14. Some things will trail over into next week, some things will trail over into next month, because they'll be frozen, they'll be preserved, they'll be put away, and they'll be used wisely. None of this will go to waste. As I say, if there's an issue with these potatoes, if I come to peel them or whatever I do, and I decide I don't want to eat them, I will plant them and I will eat them next year or the end of the year and have the regrowth from them of the next potatoes that come up. Just like the chilies, basically, they're lovely chilies. Peppers, sorry. And the seeds will be kept and we'll be eating these again next year, so you've just got to make the most out of what you've got. Please don't be embarrassed in going to these places that are available. Be more embarrassed about giving these bloody supermarkets your money. They're charging astronomical prices, and with the petrol and everything. Yeah, we're paying petrol to get to these food initiatives, but what the purpose is, it's saving us money going there. We're paying money to go to these supermarkets, and we're paying through the nose, and then we're coming back and we're paying supermarket petrol prices whilst we're there, because it's more convenient. No, I won't do it. Okay, I'm getting on one now. So I hope you've enjoyed what I've showed you, and I hope it gives you a bit of food for thought. I know a lot of people do it already, but yeah, I'm quite proud of myself for doing it on a regular basis.
Sunday as well. Where do you
go? There's a local one we go to as well. I live in a town called Skelmersdale. As a local, I go out of town for these 2 shops to the next town called Wigan. But actually on my doorstep is the most reputable one, and it's called Evermore Hub. It's Digmore Community Centre, Evermore Hub. And again, brilliant. The bread's free. The vegetables at a really low cost price. Everything is at a low cost price. And I go there of a Sunday evening, or sometimes I nip in during the week if I'm looking for something in particular. It's not always on a Sunday evening, but just recently it has been. And I managed to get all kinds. Excuse me. This week I managed to get some nice salmon fish cakes. Quite a lot of salmon in them. It wasn't just bulk of filling, it was quite a lot of salmon in it. They were most enjoyable. Not only can you pay discount prices, but sometimes they actually give you some of the food for free, because again, they don't want to put it in landfill, they don't want to dispose of it, they want people taking it home and using it for the families. And I like to go. Yes, my husband works, yes, we can afford to go shopping or wherever, but we can't afford to do it at the extent that we'd want to do it like this for this fresh produce. So please go to these initiatives, please go to Digmore Evermore Hub, please go to Fur Clemt, please go to the Edge and Wigan, please go to what's near you that's available to use, because if people don't use it, they'll close down. You know, when these price hikes kick in and we can't afford the fuel, you know, it is literally a choice. Heating or food. It's alright buying the food, can you afford to cook it? You know, there's all these different things, you know, your taxation's going up, your mortgage is going up, your rent's going up, your petrol's going up, you name it, it's all going up. So you need to find the most affordable way that you can do it, you know. Even things like buying a barbecue for the garden and stocking up a little bit of wood ready to burn it to make sure that you can cook that food should you not be able to pay these fuel prices. You know, preparation is the ultimate thing at the moment, and if you haven't prepped and it comes tomorrow when all your electricity is gone, where are you? Where's your family? How are you feeding them? What you doing? Get a couple of extra blankets in, get, you know, a few bits here and there in. Start thinking, right, my electricity's gone tomorrow, my gas is gone tomorrow. What am I doing here? You know, the food in the fridge, you're going to have to eat it straight away. The food in your freezer, you're going to have to eat it straight away. What are you doing? So yeah, there's a lot of fresh stuff here that I'll keep in the fridge and the freezer for the meantime. But as you know, following the channel, I'll also prep. I'll also take these leeks, slice them up, and I'll can them off. Not necessarily in the digital canner, but you can water bath them. Now when we go outside and we say, right, well, we haven't got the gas, we haven't got the electricity, we'll still be able to water bath on the barbecue, we'll still be able to water bath on the garden fire, because it's literally the temperature of the water and the sealing of the jars. So long as we can still function like that, we can still keep this food going and we can still provide for our families. A number of these things can be water bathed. The tomatoes, the carrots, you know, all of these vegetables, the ones that aren't in tins will just go on the shelf. You know, yeah, your meat, things like that, but you decide to eat those things first, or you can't can them, you can't preserve them. I'm not sure if you can actually do water bathing, but I'm sure if you had to and you just extend that cooking period time, we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to find ways of maintaining what we want to eat. I'm not eating insects day in, day out. I'm not eating green leaves day in, day out. So when I don't know the ins and outs of it, do you know how to forage safely? Do you know what insects to eat? Do you know this, that and the other to eat when you're not providing your own food? A lot of us don't. So we need to think, what the hell are we going to do? How are we going to keep it going? Okay. As I say, take a look at that stuff. Tell me that's not an abundance for £14. £74 worth. I feel like I've hit the jackpot again and again and again every time I do it. Okay, thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.